انا راح اكون مدرب الرياضه لهذا الفصل واسمي كوتش فراس.
كوتش احمد. كوتش عفوا.
تمام. في هناك
شادي.
فراس.
فراس. برافو.
So this will be a special series on our confrontation with various intelligence agencies in the world. Today I want to talk about credible intelligence capabilities. I would like to talk about descriptive and predictive power. This ability to actually describe or predict how an individual will look like or behave in a certain situation after a number of years. So think what Putin, for example, will do if Kazakhstan had a coup, or what Xi Jinping will do if the USA invaded Taiwan, or what a Muslim from Egypt will do if he was living in a poor conditions in Italy. Will he suicide? Will he stab another person? So describing and predicting the behavior is a credible and serious intelligence capability. And various intelligence agencies do this description or do this prediction in various ways. Sometimes they create someone who is similar to you, and today they are able to actually copy your facial look and sometimes copy your voice and create many traits of the original individual. I have met people who actually look alike, and sometimes they speak alike. So, predicting and describing the individual is a credible intelligence capability. I think on my part, I say that I will deliver the co-creation movement promise, and I have actually done that. I have actually done my promise for the Jordanian leadership. We said within 3 years we'll be able to, you will be able to work wherever you are, whenever you want, on the projects that you like. And this has been delivered because there is no assurance from the market. We don't know if you can actually reach the $1,000, but if you reach that figure, you will definitely be able to travel to 3 European countries. So theoretically and to a great extent on a practical level, we have delivered a co-creation movement promise. So let me tell you about how various parties has described Feras Naser and how they have inspired from some of the videos we published. I will tell you about the Al-Rawabi Netflix series. This is a very famous Netflix series where they have put the character Coach Feras as a sports coach for young girls. To be honest, I am a flexible and open-minded guy, so I don't mind these things. Actually, sometimes I like them. So I like what Tima Shomali has done. But who is the actor and why his name is Feras and why he's actually in a position or in a role to teach girls? In reality, we have taught girls how to fight hunger, how to build a healthcare platform, which is related to sports somehow and wellness. And of course, we have taught them how to build smart cities. So the reality is a little bit different than the description in the film, but the physique of the actor and his presence is very much similar to who is Feras Naser. But that is being done. So thank you, Tima. Again, I don't mind these things, but I think some people would mind. Some people who would see me as a member of parliament or as a leader leading the resolutions for Palestine, or people who want me to see as aggressive and as assertive as top leadership figures, especially that sometimes to reach justice. In the case of Feras Naser, you need to nominate yourself to become the US president. So some people do not like this, the characters that most presidents or intellectual figures don't do, including a sports coach. That is being said, The royals of Sweden, I think Crown Prince Victoria, has married to her sports coach. So there is a royal story behind a girl falling in love with her sports coach in royal scripts. This is fine. It's not something that we feel it's not something we feel ashamed about. But I am not sure if this will even happen at any time in my life, or is it possible? Because I'm the co-creation movement founder, there might be a high-profile marriages, but I don't know if this is the right way to talk about this, or if this is the right way to think about this topic. Anyway, that's one way of describing and predicting who is Feras Naser. The prediction was accurate. Feras Naser will have that physique after a number of years. Yes, I do have that physique. I do dress black and black t-shirt and black shorts. So there is an accurate description, but some people would not like the role. Some people would like it. And I am a flexible, cool guy. I don't mind. I actually support the freedom of speech, but you need to protect. If there is any things about privacy or the usage of data, you really need to be careful, especially in the age of AI, in the age of the spread of data. You need to think about these things really, really, really carefully. Now, let us move about the second.
انا راح اكون مدرب الرياضه لهذا الفصل واسمي كوتش فراس.
كوتش احمد. كوتش عبد.
تمام. في هناك
شادي.
فراس.
فراس. برافو.
The second description. Recently, we have seen a minister in Jordan called Feras Al-Hawari. And Feras Al-Hawari means Feras, the risk taker. Al-Hawari means, it's a famous family name, but also it indicates that he's a risk taker. And I don't know from where there was an inspiration that Feras Naser can fill the role of health minister. And I will talk about this in details. Yes, I jog 15 kilometers, between 6 kilometers to 15 kilometers daily. I show you some of my marathon photos. I have built remote healthcare platforms. And yes, I talked with physicians on the usage of AI in healthcare, and we wanted to build a co-creation workshop that is related to healthcare and the usage of AI in healthcare. But does this mean that I can fill the role of a healthcare minister? Of course, the minister role is leadership, strategic thinking, and communication. But sometimes I think the technical capacity associated with top leadership role, including leader number one, should include a sophisticated understanding of the details of the discipline. And which I don't, which is usually people gain that level of knowledge through formal education and many years studying medicine and studying medical fields or medical disciplines. And I do not agree with the approach of choosing leadership in top positions based on look or based on inspiration. I think this happens a lot in Gulf countries, where you see the leaders, he's looking at a person who's told, you know what, you can fit the role of a goalkeeper. Then he see another person putting a plant in the dirt. He say, you know what, you can become a farmer. Then he sees someone riding a horse. Then he tells them, you know what, you are our jockey. And that approach in taking decisions on people's lives based on their look is a bit risky and a bit lack the accuracy. I want to talk about this in my life. I went to London and they taught me why. So, and when you think about person, what you see, And based on that, people would like to take decisions on people's fates. I think you really need just to put 40% of that on reality and to take 60% the person's credibility and his achievements. Communications and look are important, but I don't think they are the only pillars to select who should be taking decisions on a high level. This is very important, and I do think, I don't know where are these people coming from, these ideas, let's select leaders based on how they look. I think they wanted, for example, the Minister of Technology to be Steve Jobs, the Minister of Healthcare to be So, in short, I don't think I agree with the approach that people think about in terms of selecting top leadership based on looks. 40% are okay. Anything more than this is a little bit problematic. People have their own daily lives. They are living with the daily interactions of various people. So you should not be judging a person only by looks. Now, I just want to talk about the impact of this case on policy and access to technology. It is surprising, for example, to see a country like Jordan in the year 2025 does not have companies that actually provide payment integration services. It's very difficult to integrate a payment service in Jordan. So when you think about that you are building a digital group, an online group, and Jordan does not have many companies who actually allow for payment integration. This can happen in UAE or Singapore or countries in Europe, but not in Jordan. You think, why, for example, many Jordanians needs approval to access online payments? So even building a futuristic technology, something like drones, 3D printing, online payments, needs approval in Jordan. So there are many hurdles. And I'm not sure if this is much of an intelligence confrontation as much as control over what people can do. So I do think the co-creation movement provides greater capacities for people to build, to create. If they can't build in Jordan, at least they can build in other countries with multinational teams, while they can stay in Jordan. Today, access to other countries are cheap. I will close this video with a simple discussion. If any country in the world told you today, USA, United Kingdom, Europe, that they don't know Feras Naser, just tell them you are lying. There is significant evidences that tells that we know this person and we know his story. There are significant documents for his case. And yes, he likes to stay low key until he likes to keep great relationships until he have a proven model with the co-creation movement. It's better for his privacy, it's better for his peace of mind, it's better for managing relationships. But eventually, I think most people know who is Feras.